Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I am so excited to talk to you today about the Deck of Panning finale. This has been such a fun project to do all year long, and I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm also really excited to get into next year, and we'll see what happens next year. I'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video. Before I get into my update, I have to tell you about this most delicious mug of tea that I'm drinking. The brand is called the Sipping Streams Tea Company, and they're from Alaska, which I think is really cool. This is the Yukon Quest 1000 Mile Tea, and it's a mix of black and white tea, which is a really nice fusion of both delicate and bold flavors, and I have intending to try and finish up all these little packets of tea that I've been getting in my Sips by boxes, which is why you've been seeing some repeats of these teas. I'm trying to finish some of them up. Sometimes the packets they send in Sips by is only enough for a little bit of tea, and sometimes it's a lot of tea, so I think it's a great deal. Okay, let's get into my update, shall we? So for the Three of Spades, I had rolled in a black-owned makeup brand. So for that, I had rolled in my Danessa Myricks Vision Flush in the shade Bread and Butter. I had given myself a goal of using this 12 times, and I just reached that goal today. It is the blush I'm wearing today. I'm wearing it very sparingly. This is an intensely pigmented blush. The tiniest dot is needed, and sometimes I find that even when I use my fingers, it's just too much. I just can't control it well enough. I find I put the tiniest dot on the back of my hand, smush it around, and then pick it up with a brush and make sure it's evenly on the brush and then put on my face. Otherwise, I have had several days where I have been very, very, very blushy because I overdid it with this. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing. It was just something to note in case you guys have never tried the Vision Flush. But I did reach my goal on that, like I said, just today, so I was really happy about that. Something from Sydney Grace. This is the loose highlighter in the shade Candied Peach. I had given myself a goal of using this 10 times, and I also reached that goal. This product is absolutely beautiful. I don't have any other highlighters in this peachy shade. Really fun. You'd also need the tiniest amount of this product, by the way. This will last me 100 years. But I did really enjoy using it. Oh, and I had rolled that in for the Five of Clubs, something indie. Now for the Three of Clubs, which ended up being partner choice, my husband picked out this Revlon lipstick for me to work on. This is in the matte formula in the shade Untold Stories. It's a beautiful nudie lipstick that's kind of close to the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. I really enjoyed reaching for this one. I had given myself a goal of 10 uses, and it took me a while to reach that goal because I was trying so hard to use up a large portion of another lipstick I was working on at the end of the year, but I finally did reach my 10 uses on this, and it's a pleasure to reach for Revlon lipsticks. I really think that they're high quality, especially now that I've tried more high-end lipsticks. I mean, sometimes, yes, the high-end ones are absolutely phenomenal, but other times I'm just like, it feels like a Revlon lipstick, which is a good thing because Revlon has nice lipsticks. But I really do think that Revlon has high-end formulas, so I enjoyed this. For the Jack of Spades, I had rolled a random color generator, and it generated for me a really, really cool, very dark brown. So for that, I rolled in a single shadow from Sydney Grace. This is the shade Pecan Pie, and it is a very deep shadow. I only gave myself a goal of 5 uses on this because this was something I rolled in last time, so I only had 1 month to reach my goal on it, and I used it as an eyeliner. I usually would take the tiniest little detail brush and brush it in my waterline as like an eyeliner, and it was very effective that way. This was that shadow that didn't swatch very well. See, kind of looks kind of patchy when you swatch it, but it worked beautifully as an eyeliner, and I always enjoy reaching for my Sydney Grace shadows. They always perform beautifully. And then lastly, for the 10 of Clubs, something controversial, or a controversial brand, I should say. I rolled in my KVD Dazzle Stick in the shade Flash Storm, and I gave myself a goal of 10 uses on this. This is so beautiful. I had so much fun reaching for it, but you know what? I didn't reach my 10 use goal. I reached 8. 8 uses. I think what happened was this time of year is when I tend to buy new palettes. I've been testing all my new palettes, and I didn't want to put a cream shadow on top of the powder shadows I was testing, you know what I mean. So even though I didn't reach 10 uses, I did use it 8 times, and I enjoyed using this product immensely. I know I'll reach for this organically in my collection. It's one of those that I won't forget about it because it's just too good. So look at my notebook, guys. Every single one of these that I've crossed out and all my like tally marks, this was my worksheet for this project. I have done so many prompts throughout this project, and in my main project pan is where I usually put things that I want to finish. So for something like this, rolling a card, or sorry, picking a card, getting a random prompt for, you know, any kind of product, I really like to put usage goals type things into this project to make it fun for me, and I did have a lot of fun with this project this year. So thank you so much to Emily for all the work that she has put into this project. She maintains the spreadsheet. She has just a lot of work put into this project. So thank you so much to Emily for inviting us all to join her in this super fun project. Now, as for next year, oh, I'm so conflicted. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I am very, very tempted next year to try kind of an experiment in terms of my makeup usage. In all these years that I've been on YouTube and I've been panning, I have had my main project pan, like I said, where I put things I mainly want to finish. And then I've always had all these little fun extras, but I have found that the fun extras really skew what I would naturally reach for. This year, I did a little experiment. I haven't shared anything about it yet on my YouTube channel, but I did have like sheets like this with tally marks for how many times I used palettes. I was keeping track of things like that for a long time with my blushes and things in a spreadsheet. But like I said, when things get rolled into a project and I look at a sheet like this, like it tells me that I reached last year or this past year for my Cargo Cosmetics Tokyo and Bloom palette 21 times, which I know that's because of a project, which a lot of times that's really fun to reach for something that you normally wouldn't have. But next year, I'm really interested to track my organic kind of makeup usage. What is it that I'm reaching for? And I'm kind of hoping it will help me narrow down exactly what it is I like to wear on a daily basis, because gotta be honest, a lot of stuff that I wear daily is to make goals in projects. So yeah, I really am curious what my actual preferences are in terms of what I want to reach for. So next year, I don't know if I'm going to bring back all these honestly super fun projects like this one. I might just have my regular main project pan where I'm finishing things up, and I'll of course still be posting and things, but I am not sure if I'll be joining this project next year. Obviously right now I'm leaning towards not joining, but I've already started penciling out my January videos, and and I've got it in question marks deck of panning, so like I really am not sure. But if you haven't been following along with me in this project all year long, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I'm really interested to know what you guys think of my tentative experiment next year of going really minimal on the project pans and just allowing myself to reach for what I want to reach for. I'm kind of interested to see what it'll turn out. Maybe I'll track it, maybe I'll do videos on it. I really don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Thank you guys so much again for watching today, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye!